I work as a sleep scientist. After my last discovery, I've refused to sleep for 3 weeks straight. I usually enjoy working in the sleep lab, but after what I discovered last night, I don't think I'll ever be able to sleep properly again. Since working as a sleep scientist, I've seen my fair share of terrifying and panic-inducing cases. I've had to hear the blood-curdling screams of kids with sleep paralysis claiming to see demons. I've had people attack me in their sleep. I've seen just about every type of terrifying sleep-related issue, but nothing could have prepared me for my last patient. He was a man in his mid-20s who had lapsed into a coma a few days before he was transferred to our facility. He was sent here so we could monitor him, since a coma is very similar to deep sleep, so it's great for sleep research. I was originally hesitant to take on this patient for observation. The reason is, this patient presents with a whole list of strange and unusual symptoms, yet we have no idea what could have caused it. The patient's brother reports that the patient had randomly begun suffering from extreme hallucinations and headaches, so decided to go to sleep early. A whole week goes by, and he never wakes up, despite having no visible health issues. His brother had just assumed he went to sleep for the night, not knowing it would be his last sleep. I knew it was going to be a challenge finding out what caused this, so I hooked him up to our monitoring machines and began with our usual process. But I never could have guessed the horrifying discoveries I would soon make. When I began monitoring the patient, I noticed something extremely strange. His brainwaves weren't typical of a normal coma patient, but all his other physical attributes are. His pupils are unresponsive to light, and he is unresponsive to all stimuli applied, including painful stimuli, except for reflex responses. But his brain waves seemed like he was still awake, still fully capable and conscious. The professor in charge of our lab had a theory that the patient may have been exposed to some airborne pathogen that infected his brain, which may explain the unusual brain activity. But something was telling me it was something a lot worse than that. Whatever the diagnosis, he was a medical mystery and could have held the key to some obscure disease, and by extension, a new discovery. We were looking at uncharted and undiscovered scientific territory.